on the topic of knowing how to learn, I mean, learning the right way of reaching the right conclusion is consistent over multiple games, consistent over everything you do. So I'll give you an example. I walk into the living room and I see the sofa and I walk towards the sofa and I hit my toe on the sofa. You could say that it's the sofa's fault for being there and it wasn't on you for walking near the sofa, which resulted in you walking into it. And that would be a very bad way of learning. And then you move the sofa so that you would no longer walk into the sofa. That's not a very good conclusion because you won't always be able to move the sofa. The conclusion you should draw is, next time I don't want to hit my toe on the sofa, I should not walk as close to the sofa and I should be mindful of that. And that's it. If you want to hit your toe, you need to ask yourself, is the way I hit my toe, was that satisfactory? Was that the result I wanted to achieve? And if so, go ahead, do it. You don't buy the whole theory? What don't you buy about it? Sure, I mean, you can, like, that's the thing. Out of this whole thing, you can find different solutions. And there's a few of them that make sense and that you should do. And there's a few of them that make absolutely no sense and that are just stupid. And if you're one of the people that comes to the dumb conclusion, then no matter what you do, is you're going to apply this to everything. And that's why, it sounds stupid, right? Because everyone's like, lol, why wouldn't you just not walk near the sofa? But it's the same thing in League. I could complain that my teammates are shit, but I can't change that. And complaining about them again, this is the thing, right? And this is what I don't, like, I absolutely don't want people to feel like. Because I feel like a lot of people misinterpret me in the sense that complaining about them is in any way bad. It's fine. You can say, like, oh, fuck, like my laner, like, oh, this guy griefed me, or oh, that was such a bad play. And again, what's important is that after that, you take a moment to realize, however, this is what I could have changed. That's it. Being frustrated about something or someone is fair enough. That makes sense. It's normal. It's a human reaction, and no one should feel embarrassed or feel like that's not okay. Like, even in game, you can be like, oh, why did you do that? That's such a bad play. As long as, like, you're able to recover from that and say, all right, this is what I could have done better. I mean, it's not even about whether the play is right or wrong. Like, it doesn't have to be an ultimatum at all. It's just you're frustrated about anything, and whether you're right or wrong doesn't matter as long as you admit that you could have been wrong. I think one thing this split was very successful in is I think as players we're able to express our feelings towards each other much better. How we feel about the player, like how they play, what we think they should be doing, what we think stuff like this. Like, for example, my teammates expressed to me that they felt like I wasn't carrying enough at all. Like, not carrying enough, it's just like I wasn't selfish enough. I'm sorry, like, it's not that I wasn't carrying enough. I think they were satisfied relatively with my performance. It was more that I wasn't selfish enough, and that oftentimes I wasn't picking champions that would, like, 1v9 being selfish and carry. And that's feedback I'm going to take into the next split. I think that's very valuable feedback, because again, like, it's easy for me to feel like, oh, Reckless, for example, obviously big time carry, and having him say that openly to me, it was very, like, refreshing, and it helped me understand what position I'm in and, like, how much trust my teammates actually have in me. So I will try to put more emphasis on being a selfish carry player when the opportunity arises, of course. Jizuke, he's a fine player. I think I'm not sure how he is now, but in the past he was, like, pretty toxic in solo queue, so it was a bit frustrating to play with him in solo queue at times, but decent player. What do I think of Huni? When I played against him, he was a fine player individually. I don't think he deserves the hate he gets for being bad at the game. I don't think he's bad at the game by any means. Perhaps his performance hasn't been the greatest, but again, I don't think he's a bad player. Criticism for bad performance is warranted if there is bad performance, but I feel like people make it too personal because he earns a lot of money. Thinking what I think about changing caps and perks or swapping roles, I think it's cool. I enjoy it. I mean, I've considered making a channel like that. It's just a matter of, like, understanding, like, because again, I think that what people appreciate about my content is that I'm very specific on what's happening, and it's difficult to find what to really focus on, and I would have to make so many videos to get everything across. And I feel like the problem I have with educational content, and even for me, is that when I get a point across, is that it's so hard for me to, like, really get the point across, because people end up in tunnel visioning on one specific thing, right? Like, for example, me saying that I feel like people should focus on themselves to improve. That doesn't mean you can't complain. It really doesn't mean that you can't complain. I really am not trying to say you can't complain. I'm saying, I'm gonna play a Hecarim game here. I'm saying that after you've complained and you've vented, take a moment of your time to understand that you could do better too. And that after venting and complaining, try to understand that maybe this person didn't have bad intentions in what he did. You can belt out a bellow of frustration and just be like, oh, I can't believe that this guy would do that. Oh, what an int. Like, oh, I can't believe it. That's so unfortunate, or whatever, or like, that's so retarded, or whatever you want to say. That's all fine. Just after that moment, please take a moment and admit to yourself that, all right, this is what I could have changed. And that's all. And if everybody does that, then you will forgive then everyone will try to forgive each other. Like, all right, this is what went wrong, and that's fine. And I'm not saying everyone has to do that, and I'm not saying that that's like reasonable by any means. I'm just saying that the people that give enough of a shit, feel free to try. It's pretty good, and that's it. That's all you can do. It's the same with educational content, right? Like me trying to explain what I'm doing. Only the people that give enough of a shit to want to apply what I'm telling them to apply will do that. I can't make everybody play better. I can just try and help, and the people that want to do that can do that. I think this matchup is very favored for Hecarim past level 6, but pre-6 it is quite difficult to navigate and not die to the jungler or anything like that. So he has his passive up, which I don't want to trade. Now what I could do is trade the passive if he hits first and then trade him back, but that's going to be a bad trading pattern because he'll hit me with Q1. Alright, so I just took the worst trade possible, and the way I'm gonna fix this is by admitting that I just fucked up, taking 2 stacks and stacking my Q and keeping my Q stacked. I'm just gonna try to push the wave. Like, I butchered that trade completely. That's how it should be. He should get 1 auto attack and then hit the thingy. Using your W to like catch up in healing is very important as this champion. Right there, I tried to like catch up on the trade after using your W. It wasn't the greatest W, but it's the way it is. I need to save E in case he W's me. I really don't like that my jungler is doing the Krugs instead of trying to help me push out the wave, because that's what I need from him right now. I needed to crush this wave, and he went for the Krugs and then didn't finish them. Right, great. That guy just griefed it, so... Like, yeah, I don't know, that guy just flashed in and did that. I don't understand why he did that. So we'll have a look here. So he's coming topside, so I'm going to ping him here to help me push the wave. Because that's what matters to me right now, is just getting this wave in. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start pushing this wave. And if Aatrox wants to like hard trade me to stop me, then that's perfect. Like, this is good enough, thank you. I would really appreciate to dive the Aatrox here, because he's trying to freeze, so if you could come here, it's good. Oh, he's also calling for mid. The guy is also calling mid, so... Oh shit, that's not good. I'm gonna come back in here. I'm gonna fear him and then back off because I don't want to die. And I played him successfully. Right, Richard. I tried to play that the best I could. I'm gonna wait until my cooldowns come back up. It's always coming as well, so I'm just gonna let my teammates take care of that. I don't need to risk anything going in there. Yeah, thank God that Lee showed up. Yeah, the buy could have been interesting, but again, the wave state and like the state I'm in is more important. I hit my ninja tabai. He obviously has less gold than me because he has, oh, yeah, whatever, man. I'm just missing everything. He obviously has less gold than me, so honestly, like having ninja tabai to executioners is something I'm fine with right now. When I have my cooldowns, I can look to kill him. It just means that I have to, without anti-healing, I can't really look for all-ins before I have my... thingy, but I can look to trade him right now. My Elise is coming, that's why I was starting this trade, to like bait him in. I just need to walk out of range of his Q here. I'm just gonna keep my Q stacked. Dodge that. Alright, he ended up dying to Zoe. I'm getting a lot of help from my teammates, so I don't need to play the lane as well as I usually would have to. So right now, if he's looking to like fight me, I'm just gonna kill him. I'll ult him here because my Elise is coming. Push him towards Elise. I don't need to use my ignite. Right. I could have looked for a solo kill there anyway. I was going to, but at least it's close, so I might as well profit from the fact that I have my jungler. He's freezing the wave, which again, it's okay, and it's a good play by him, and I am losing. I don't have my ult, so I don't want to go there unless he hits a bubble. I mean, if he hit a bubble, I'll commit, but if you don't hit a bubble, I'm not coming. I don't have my ult, so I need you to hit bubble. I mean, I'll go here because he's spam pinging me and insisting me on going, but honestly, this feels like a really bad play for me. This will never work out. I don't know why he was spam pinging me. He needs to hit the bubble. It's not on me to start that play, so a bit strange. Again, same thing here. Like, if he hits the bubble, I think we can easily win a fight here. I'm losing CS top, and I can't go back up there because I don't have my jungler with me. I'm just gonna ult him here because all my teammates are coming, so... Igniting for Nimbus Cloak movement speed. I'm gonna pick her up and leave. That's the most I can get. Again, him freezing was the correct play, and I ended up getting kills. When someone is freezing on you, and you're stronger, if you feel like you can influence the map, have a look first, and then go top. Even if you... So let's say I have 1,000 gold in the bank. That's the advantage I have on Aatrox. He'll slowly, by freezing, crawl that back onto me and allow himself to get back into the game by freezing. And instead of feeling pressure to force something or potentially look to break his freeze immediately, I can just look at the meter going up slowly. So he's slowing, he's like basically creating a situation where the gap is getting smaller or whatever you want to call it. You don't need to panic. There, he caught up like 500 gold on me whilst I wasn't farming. And even if I didn't get a play off mid there, if I went top and like broke the freeze, that was fine. Same thing here. In this case, I don't feel like I can force anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and like try and find Olaf. I'm going to attack his golem camp, for example. And there you go. And if he freezes this again, like I don't mind because I'm getting farm here. That's totally fine. I'm just trying to bait him here in order to walk into Zoe. And he got hit anyway. Ooh, that was lucky. I thought I was going to take aggro and die there. Alright. The only way to play this is to go in here. I don't have another way of playing this. Because if I don't go in for Zoe there, Olaf could potentially run over Zoe, or anything hairy could happen. Like, something bad could happen there. Like, I would rather just go in with my Q stacks and try to make the most out of it. Wave management works in every single elo. It has nothing to do with elo, it's just when you manage your wave that changes the potential outcome of it, you know? If you're freezing the wave at 35 minutes in silver and you're mad... Oh, I just pressed R instead of ranking up. We don't talk about those. Anyway, if you're trying to freeze the wave at 35 minutes in silver and you're mad that your silver teammates are running to Baron and Dragon and contesting every Baron and Dragon, then like you're just at fault. But yeah. Oh, I didn't dodge that. Well, he's just taxing him at this point. Oh. I'm gonna use Ignite for movement speed here. Oh, I wasn't able to commit, capitalize or anything. I'm gonna walk behind him and push him into Zoe here. Alright, I'm gonna base. Best top laner I've played against was the Shy. I should probably be looking whether or not to TP. And I could TP right here, but again, my ultimate's not up. So me TPing here is not that great. Like, I'm not gonna have much of an influence. Like now I could TP because my TP will, like by the time my TP finishes, I can thingy. If this guy walks up again, I can run at him with E. Alright. I hit the Fear max range, so he should die. I'm up here because if he goes down, he will always die, and if he goes up, I'll catch the Ezreal. I was confident that I was gonna get Ezreal with my ult there. Here's a little crash, so I can decide I let it crash, or I can come pick it up. Yeah, I mean, this is just awkward. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm just gonna play Zoe and thingy. Oh, fuck, I messed up. I let her die. I messed up. I let her die. I needed to pressure the Syndra before she got stunned. Oh, my Elise is smurfing. Jesus, so strong. Got 2 kills out of that. Yeah. They don't have vision of you. This is just awkward. Wait, he's not going on the Ezreal? That's annoying. Wait, we got the Baron? I don't even know how. I'm gonna ult out here, because again, surviving here is the goal. I don't know why we're forcing this fight so much. Surviving was the goal there, is the goal here. We should just try to live. I don't know why she's not going over here and flashing over the wall. I really don't like this. I really don't like... Oh, fuck it, we're going. I don't like the idea of this, but she played it very well, so it worked out. I'll block the Qs. That's my job here. Dodge that. Dodge that. And stop. Oh, sure, if you want to die. It's a very good item, but a must. It's a bit much, huh? I don't think I can kill this guy, so my TP is a bit awkward here. Actually, he's asking to die, so I'll kill him. I think if he just walked away, he was fine and I couldn't end, but I got another kill for free. More interesting than core. Saw an opportunity, so I took it. Very nice done, so I followed up. I need to push him out here so I can finish him off before he heals too much. Alright, so here I'm just... Oh. Right. My teammates carried me this game. Ouch. I got trolled a bit there, but it's okay, don't worry. Right, that will be it for me. Appreciate you guys for watching. Yeah, my teammates set me up for this win. I honestly didn't do that much in the early game. At least played this game very well early game, and it made the game very easy for me to play. I got the bear, wonderful, alright, equipping it immediately. This bear is the best thing. See? It was these two mostly. I got strong thanks to my mid jungle, and I was able to capitalize after this.